Hello, everyone. Good evening. You are on with Relationship Chronicles with Okiymo. And guess what? I have my friend Fabian is here, and everybody knows what I'm going to say next.
Hey,
Tap in, tap in, tag a friend, share, 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 share. So, guess what, y'all? It's Relationship Chronicles with our topic being single, being married, being divorced, widowed, and reinventing ourselves. That's what we're doing. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help families, help those that are in relationships, help those that desire to be in a relationship. And I have a man that he's going to tell us more about himself. Okay, he gonna bring it to us in his own way. Here you go, babe. Come on.
Okimo, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm excited. I'm grateful to be here. I think the world of you, mad love, not only because you my divine sister of Sigma Gamma Rho, but you are just a phenomenal woman. And you're about your business, you're a God-fearing woman. So I am quite honored to be sitting here talking to you. So when you say talk about Fabian, so uh you want me to go way back? You want me to go to
Tell
present?
us
Because I
a
could talk
little
about
bit.
Fabian all day.
Tell us about Faye. Tell us, give us
Okay,
a little background about you.
Okay, so shout out to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's my hometown. I'm from the Dirty BR. Born and raised, you know, was raised in the church, was raised to be very loving and kind. I've always been very friendly towards people. I've always been very giving. People when you ask somebody about me, Okimo, most people will they may light up when you mention my name, and that's more so because I've always had a big personality. And
Mhm.
that's just one thing that I pride myself on was being very social, liking to get to know people, wanting people to know who I am. So, fast forward, I was that way all through school, all through college. Um, I'm a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I attended the Southern University, HBCU, also attended Louisiana State University. For a living, I do architectural sales. I'm very active in my church. I love my family. I like to surround myself around close friends. Besides having a successful career in architectural sales, which I've been in that industry for 17 years,
Oh, that's
uh,
awesome.
on yeah, I've worked on a lot of what I do every day is I work on buildings. I make buildings look great. That's either from a renovation project or from brand new construction. So, I've always had the gift of being creative. So I took that gift and started doing my own thing on the side, which, I started Babes Creations, which with Babes Creations, thank you. You've been a very great loyal customer and I appreciate it. You got the D9 out in your town rocking it. But
Mhm.
with Babes Creations, I ventured off into doing the bracelets, face masks. I also make t-shirts like your Buddhas. And I do photography now as well. I'm always challenging myself and reinventing the wheel. And then, hey, I want to keep food on my table. I got two kids and a wife to support, so I got to pay the bills. But it just, I just keep doing things to show a piece of me, and just being creative. And like I say, I like to surround myself around good people. I love sometimes just chilling at home, binge watching Netflix. I like TV. I like movies. I like to kick it with people that I know personally. As funny though, as social as I am, Okimo, I'm not. Um, I can also be an introvert.
Oh,
So yeah, so as a lot of people don't know that, but I can be perfectly fine with having a whole weekend locked up in my home watching TV, not seeing anybody or saying a word to anybody. But then I have my moments where I just want to be around a whole bunch of people. So it kind of, it go. I'm an introvert slash extrovert. I can be both, but a lot of people don't know that I do have my introvert side, and I really cherish people that I'm close to. I have my same friends from when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yes, elementary school. I'm closest to those people. We communicate every day. I've met a lot of friends along the way as well, but I cherish friendships, and I like to stick with people who I know and who know me. So that's in a nutshell who Fabian is.
okay. Do you have anything you can show us of your fave creation?
I do. So
Please.
so just listen, I just finished sheets today. So this is a healing bracelet. One
Ooh.
that I made last night actually. So it has like different stones, and every stone represent a power of healing, from prosperity to mental awareness, through security, through health. Every stone has a different meaning. It's about 6 different stones. This is for one of our fraternity brothers. It's like a crimson with like a beige color, and
Mm-hmm.
it has like a little silver accent. And this is just something that's masculine for a male. But what I did mention was I also do carvings like wood lapel pins. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one for Zeta. This is one of your beloved SG Row. This is y'all pool, and I've done one for Delta. They like 2 inches. I have a website, babescreations.com. So that's just a few of the things that I've made myself with my own hands.
Look at you, blessed and highly favored. One
Praise
thing I can say, whatever you put your hands to do, the Lord will bless it.
God. Amen.
Bless it. So I need all
I
my
believe
viewers to know, if you just get to work,
that.
just
Amen.
get to working, and God is gonna bless it. Okay.
Amen.
So I have him on tonight because he is married, and he's gonna tell us. Just tell us, like, it's a lot of people that want to be married. I'm going to say that. You have some single people who want to be married. You have some divorced people like myself that want to be remarried. So tell us the process that you felt from a male's perspective. How did you get to your queen? Period.
So this is a conversation that I don't get to have often. So I'm glad to talk about this. So let me first say I've been married January 14th of 2021. I will have been married for 15 years. All right. I know, praise God, hallelujah. It's a
Mhm.
blessing. Now, let me back up and say I will be the first to tell you or anybody else, Okiymo, that I was not looking to be married. I really didn't want to be married. I enjoyed being single. I enjoyed being a bachelor, and I enjoyed living my life and doing whatever I wanted to do. All
Mhm.
right. If you ask my wife that question, she would tell you the exact same thing. She was not looking for a husband. She's a pretty lady. She got her little attention. She had her freedom. She was living a happy single life.
Mhm.
So when we met, neither one of us was looking to get in a relationship. And I will also tell you, when we first met, we didn't really hit it off.
Really?
Surprisingly, yes. So we were introduced by a good friend of mine, Kim Jenkins. I hope Kim Jenkins get to see this cast, because she take pride in saying, I introduced Fabian and Takia. So when I first moved to Houston, hold on, my boys in the background. Boys, I need y'all to be quiet. Sorry about that. So when I first moved to Houston 17 years ago, uh, of course I did spend some time, like Eddie Murphy say, sawing out my royal oats. From Baton Rouge, I was, women thought I was this handsome fella, and that I was a new guy in town. To Houston, big city. I'm a country boy out of small town Baton Rouge. So I was getting to know Houston, and I was enjoying getting to know Houston. I think you know what I mean when I say that. So one of my coworkers who no longer I no longer work with,
Mm-hmm.
he invited me to his church because he just wanted me like to get connected with the town. He was also taking me like to some of his spots, bars, and things like that. I don't want people to think that I'm just all about the holiness. I've had my secular days and I still enjoy going out too.
Mm-hmm.
But he also was like, listen, I'm taking you to the clubs and to the bars. I need you to come to church sometime too. So he invited me to his church, and that's where I didn't know at the time, but my college friend also attended this church, and I connected with her again because she was going to the church, and then she was active in the singles ministry, and my wife now was in the singles ministry, and they did things. So she invited me out one night to a singles gathering, and that's the first time I met Takia, my wife. And we sat next to each other. We was at Bennigan's. I don't know.
I love Bennigan's.
We don't have them no more out here, but
No, not
Ben,
one either.
listen, I was at Bennigan's, and like I told you from the beginning, I'm authentic, I'm real, I'm always gonna be me. We was at a table with around 25 people, Okiymo, and everybody was, when they start ordering drinks, the waitress was like, everybody else is getting like waters and lemonades. I want a vodka and cranberry. So,
Okay.
so the church people looking at me like, what the hell? And my wife to be was looking like, well, what's going on? So, but hey, I had no shame. I was like, this is who I am. So I
Mhm.
had my little drink, and everybody got past it, but I was drinking my drink and we was talking. And Okiymo, I'm a noob. So noobs, we have like a little slight arrogance about ourselves, but it's just we are very, we don't, the word arrogant is not correct. We're just confident men.
Okay.
Even before I was a man of Kappa Alpha Psi, I've always been a very confident man.
Mhm.
And when you talk to me or you meet me for the first time, I can come across as being kind of arrogant, and I know this. But then once you get to know me, you find out that I'm totally not like that at all. I'm very cool. I'm down to earth. I'm just extremely in love with who I am. I know who I am, and
Mhm.
you just gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So she misunderstood it as me just being like this cocky macho fella who think he all that, and then I started thinking she was a little stuck up because she was treating me like that. So we would see each other at church from time to time, and we wouldn't even talk to each other because we was thinking we was different. But
Mhm.
then finally, I was like, you know what? This girl is pretty. She is fine. I'm just gonna see what's up. So I asked her for a phone number. One day, she gave it to me. We started talking on the phone. We conversated for about 2 weeks. Uh, then from there, we finally went out on our first date. And then on that first date, just with ourselves, that's when it clicked. And on that first date, oh, I can tell you, I knew that I was going to marry her, and I ended up proposing 5 months after dating. We got married exactly within 1 year, and we had people telling us we was rushing, we're going too fast. But look at us now. We
Look at
still together. Even
you.
the pastor was like, brother, I think you need to slow down, go through the marriage counseling, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, we just knew that it was the moment. But let's talk about what makes a relationship work, and let's talk
Before
about us.
you before you go there, what I heard was I knew.
I knew.
You didn't say she knew. You said I knew. And see, that's what people need to hear because we hear all this other stuff. So is it true that a man knows?
Yes. Absolutely. In a man that, has been with several females and ladies, um, you get to know what you want and what you don't want. A man knows exactly what he want, and he don't even have to be looking for it. But when it, like, as I told you, I was not looking for a wife. I wasn't looking to get married. I came to Houston with a good job,
Mm-hmm.
good money, doing whatever I wanted to do. So me settling down was the farthest thing from my mind. But through the conversation and the things that we discussed and the way she carried herself and presented herself, I knew that I met my queen without even looking for a queen. I knew it and I held tight to it. You know, it wasn't I didn't crowd her. I still gave her freedom and space, but in my mind, I knew I'm not gonna let this go. And I
Amen.
giving her the attention. I stayed up with the phone calls. I stayed up with the dating just to let her know, like, I'm serious. You know, I'm serious about you. And I think after a few months, she really realized that I was, and I think that's for her when it actually clicked that, hey, this could be something. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which fast forwarded to, I think when I proposed, she had already knew that I was going to propose because there was no hesitation when I popped the question. You know, it was like yes. So you know, it was yeah. You just know a man knows, and you know, but you know, there's several layers to with us men. A man, we always know when we want to cross a good woman, but either sometimes a man may not be ready
Mm-hmm.
for that commitment because you know, y'all women, y'all mature so much faster than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Was not mature. I'm still immature. Oh, you know, as my wife tell people, she has 3 boys because I'm very childish. I like to play. I'm immature, you know, but I was mature and wise enough to know that if I pass this up, I'm gonna really mess up.
Mm-hmm.
I was not gonna let go of that situation.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that and we still together. So like in living color, we still
Yes.
together.
Hallelujah. 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 Oh, that's just ladies, y'all hear this? Come on now. I hope y'all everybody paying attention. Take notes. I like when he said she presented herself. So she wasn't locked in the house waiting on Romeo or whoever it
No,
is to knock on the door and come to her. She presented herself well.
she did.
Mm-hmm.
Carried
Mm-hmm.
herself. She carried herself like a lady, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it. Men, we pay attention to that. You know, a man will lay down with anybody, but when it comes to wifing somebody, you know, that's a different scenario. And you know, I have been around, and I knew how to discern what's not what I want to be with and what I do want to be with. And she
Mm-hmm.
was something that I wanted to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that I wanted to be with. So yeah,
Wow, that was heaven sent.
it was.
I like that your friends, they was like, come on and go with us. Come on, participate in this. So that village, even though you wasn't looking.
I was not looking, but it was, everything is in steps, Um,
Mhm.
but let me say this if I can. Just my wife and I are complete opposites. We are night and day. And I spent a lot of my years dating females that, you know, I had like this certain model in my head that I wanted my woman to be like. And I realized that that's not the right science for it. You know, it's opposites attract and opposites balance each other out. And, my wife, I am so in the household, I'm the one who I don't get embarrassed. Sometimes I like to be the center of attraction. You know, I you know, I'm the free spirit in the household. I'm gonna talk if we're out somewhere, I'm gonna talk to everybody.
That's me.
Everybody's I mean, I'm extremely outgoing and when I go places, 9 times out of 10, everybody in that area gonna pretty much know who Fabian Broaden is by the time we leave. Where my wife, she can post up in a corner and sit in that corner the whole night and not have to say a word to anybody. And it's not that she has a bad attitude or she's antisocial. She's just extremely meek. She's introverted. But you know, when she's comfortable, she'll open up. But initially, she's not gonna initiate conversation. You know, that's just not her. And I had to learn that that's what's good for me. I need somebody like that to balance me out. So, you know, that's been huge.
Yes, that sounds good too. Everybody needs that. You know,
It is good.
we're just alike. You know, we talked about that. Like,
Before the, yeah.
yeah, it is. It is what it is. I can't help myself. Um, Now you propose to her. It's been children are involved now. Now y'all have children.
Yes.
Walk me through that. Parenting styles, all that. Walk me through.
Okay. Now, so this is where it really gets good. So, first of all, we have one biological son who just turned 10 on yesterday. And we have his name is Spencer, and we have an adopted son, which is 6. Now, a lot of people know that, a lot of people don't know that. So I'm being open, I'm sharing that with you. So when you do the math, you will also notice that we've been married almost 15 years, and our oldest just turned 10. Well, we spent some years trying to conceive, and it wasn't happening. And we almost gave up. We was, you know, at this time we was really considering just adoption, about to spend all the money. And when I told you earlier about being in the church, we go to a phenomenal church, and one of the pastors at the church actually laid hands on my wife and spoke a blessing to her and said, "You will be fertile, you will have a child." And when I tell you, within a year, maybe even 8 months, we were pregnant, and we
Only
had a stress-free, no problems pregnancy, and our baby boy came out perfectly normal and healthy. And so, of course, with that, you know, we started trying again, and it wasn't happening. And just by the grace of God, you know, all things work together. We came into a situation where the mom, she needed help, and we stepped in to assist, and that is where our youngest came from, which they get along great, like we're brothers. And just, it's been a blessing. So we've had him now 2 years now. His name is Logan, and it's just, you know, I just so many blessings has happened. That's another thing about marriage, you know. And I don't want people to feel bad. Listen, don't feel bad, anybody, if you're not married, if you've had a divorce. That is okay, because we go through things in life where you just didn't get the right one, you know. But God don't want you to give up. He do want you, you know, to stay open-minded, and your Prince Charming or your princess will come again. You know, that just didn't happen. And also, I would tell the people who are single, be happy single. First, you need to learn how to love yourself and be content with yourself. If I didn't say nothing else, you did hear me say that I was not looking, and I was happy being a bachelor. And my wife was not looking, and she was happy being a single woman. So neither one of us was looking. And I think that's the best way to come across your soulmates, is when you are not looking and you are being content and you just enjoying life and living your truth. So, you know, I just want everybody to be encouraged. I'm telling this beautiful love story of me and my wife, but I know that's not everybody. But I don't want to make nobody feel bad, because your time will come. Just stay open-minded, keep doing you, but at the same time, love yourself. And I would tell anybody, don't get in a relationship looking for somebody to make you feel good about yourself, because that is absolutely the wrong way to go about it. You got to already be in sync and have your own self together to be able to love somebody else. All right. Because one thing I do appreciate about our marriage is neither one of us is insecure. We both have our own friendships. You know, she hang out with her girlfriends still. I hang out with my boys. I have some great female friends who are like sisters that I've been knowing all my life. She met them in the dating stage. She's not insecure one bit. They're like her sisters now. So you have to be very trusting and understanding when you're in a relationship, so you don't have all that jealousy and insecurity going on. So that's it, again, that comes back to what I'm saying about know who you are, love yourself, and don't try to change for nobody, and don't expect nobody to change for you. And that's one thing that we didn't do. Like, you know, I'm this outgoing person who's super social. My wife never wanted me to stop being that person. She loves that person. And, you know, I had to appreciate her being, she want to be behind the scenes. And I think for some relationships, that's hard for people because, you know, they want the other person to be just like them. And you can't do that. You know, you have to allow people to be themselves. And we totally allow each other to be who we are, and with no gripes about it. It works. So.
And it sounds good. Oh my goodness.
It is good.
Don't understand, even if it's not a boyfriend or girlfriend friendship, some people cannot handle extroverts, and they try to damper them and
Yes.
shape and mold them into who they want them to be. And I can't stand it. Stay away from me. Leave me alone. I can be a
And I'm
part.
glad, and see, and it's good that you know this, because people like that will have you feeling guilty for you being who you are, when it really boils down to them. They wish that they had the spark that you have. And because they don't have that spark, it makes them feel inferior or insecure about themselves. So I'm glad, kudos to you for knowing who you are and not letting nobody dim your bright, because you got to dim your light, because you got to, you know, if you're a bright light, you got to continue to be a bright light. And that's why you so blessed, sister, and you able to reach out to people like you do. I mean, your light met my light. We're kind of two peas in the same pod. So, you know, you gotta, don't ever let nobody silence that, and continue to do that. I've met a lot of amazing people along the way just because me being who I am.
Yes, it's just that connection. So we want people, I want my viewers to understand you can be yourself, you know.
Yes.
And when the right person comes along, they're gonna love you because of who you are. Not if I'm gonna meet you to turn you into something else. No, no,
Correct.
that's not what. And if anybody is going through that right now, go to counseling. I'm here for you. I'm a counselor. I have many friends.
Get a plug. Let
Get
them know.
so serious. Get and talk with somebody, because that has to be painful. And I'm
Yes.
be honest, when somebody try to tell you what you shouldn't be doing and how you should be doing things, it's hurtful.
Very.
So to marry somebody and to get into a relationship with somebody that does that, that's not love. That's not what love is. Love is when you appreciate one another for who they are.
Yes.
Everybody gifts and talents, God can use them in all different kind of ways. And like I heard you said, like my wife is who she is. I love her for that. She knows who I am. She loves me for that. And when we're together, we can appreciate one another.
Yes. Yep.
And that
Yep.
and that's so good because your children can appreciate it.
And they do. And it's funny because they're like even crosses. They both have like a part of our personality. They know when, like me, they can turn up, or they know how to just be chill if they need to be chill. I mean, I'm a turn up guy, she's the chill person. So
Mhm.
they have that equal balance where they can like be either or, and it's wonderful to see that.
Mhm.
So, you know, yeah. But I mean, I will tell I'm not gonna say that every day is perfect. Oh, like we never have misunderstandings because we do. But I will tell you that whenever we do have a disagreement or a misunderstanding, it's about something so petty and just not important. It's never about anything major. And when we do have that, we can quickly come together and say, you know what, forget that. That's not important. Let's move on. That's
Mhm.
Or we can, sometimes we don't even have to come back and address it because we both know that, it's irrelevant.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything that we have. It's
Mhm.
just something that we don't both see eye to eye on. And we've learned to agree to disagree and just walk away from it and let it be what it be. So that's another strong tip. And, I will tell you that I didn't get this mindset from my household because I grew up in a household where my parents fought like cats and dogs all the time. And
Mhm.
because I witnessed them doing that, I learned at an early age that I did not want to spend my marriage like that. And I didn't want my kids to see us going to bed pissed off with each other every night because that does a lot of damage to a child's mind.
Mhm.
I there was a lot of that. So, and my wife, she grew up in a single home where it was just her mom and her siblings. So she knew that she didn't want to spend her life by herself,
Mhm.
but she didn't really understand how she needed to be for a husband. It's just I don't know. She does it and
She
she
makes
make
it
it she makes it happen. She
happen.
make it happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
She makes it
I
happen.
like that. Would you say who apologizes first?
That would be me. That would because listen, y'all women are stubborn, and
Okay.
women don't like to say I'm sorry, and women don't like to take the blame. And this is like I said earlier, I have 3 female friends who are like sisters, so I understand women better than y'all understand yourself sometimes because I just know. So, my wife is not gonna tell me she was wrong, but she will show an act that
Mm.
shows that she was guilty and she's sorry. But I think that's pretty common with you females, where us guys will just be like, you know what, my bad, that wasn't right, I apologize.
Not all guys.
Well, oops, okay, sorry.
Not all of
In
them.
line, fellas, y'all need to get in line. Well,
They need to speak up and type in these chats and let us know that they will forgive. Hello?
fellas, get in line. I mean, I listen. I will say, and it may not be that day, it may not be the next day, but eventually I will come back and I'll say, listen, I was wrong, I was out of order, I apologize, and but I'm the one who will do that first in the house.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Okay. Um, wow. This is good. How many years again?
it'll be 15 January 14th.
15 years. January 14th. Let's see. So, have y'all ever been a like you I heard you say we have our own friends, we have our own friendships. That I would say is healthy
Yes,
because sometimes we can clutter one another.
I understand, and
So
that
I was talking about self-care. It is important that if you're in a marriage, that you have time for yourself. Can you say you get that time? Are you able to do that, your self-care away from
absolutely. Listen, we give, you know what? I mean, this is good. And not talking to you, I'm like, I already knew I was blessed, but like talking to you is just confirming me how blessed I am. You know what we do for each other, and we don't even realize that we do it for each other? We give each other passes to like go have you some me time, you
Ooh.
know, and we've always done that. And it's not verbally spoken like, okay, I know you need to get out, go do your thing. It's just, we have that mutual understanding where we know that we need to get out and have some me time, because that's both very important to the both of us, to be
Mhm.
able just to have a breather sometime. And her just going out having a drink with her girls, or going eat dinner with her girls, or me going hanging out with my boys, or going smoke a cigar, or doing something we like to do, or me just taking a ride in my car just with the top down, and
Mhm.
just getting some fresh air, listening to my music. And if I want to be gone a good 4 or 5 hours, that is cool. But we've always had that openness where we give each other that freedom. So that's without one of us coming home feeling like, were you out doing something that you didn't have no business doing? That thought never crosses any of our minds.
Amen. Because in my head, I'm like, yep, we about to go there. We about to go there.
But
And
no,
but that's good. That's
you
trust.
know, and I'm sure I know a lot of people in this city, and it's a big city. And my wife went to a college here. She knows a lot of people, and her friends are, she's an introvert in her group, but her friends are big extroverts, so they know everybody. So
Mhm.
you know, not that I would have to worry about that, but of course I know in my mind, if I'm out, somebody see me doing something if I don't have no business. So I'm always very cautious, and things like that cross my mind. I'm never gonna disrespect my wife and have her looking crazy or bad. And back
Yeah.
then, she would tell me that, like, you're not gonna have me looking crazy. So these are conversations that we have very
Side eye.
very early in the relationship. So I know that she is not for that, not gonna tolerate that, and I'm not gonna upset her world like that, and she's not gonna do the same to me. Like, we trust each other that much.
Y'all are protectors of one another.
We are. We are.
When somebody protects your who you are, when they think, they use wisdom in everything they do. But that's the sound mind person. Can a person that struggles get it together? Yes, they can. They
Oh
can
yeah.
turn it around. They can. I believe, God, I believe that if a marriage is unhealthy right now, with the help of the Lord, it can be a 365
Oh,
360
absolutely. And I've
turnaround.
and let me be a witness to say I have too seen that happen. I have friends who've had rocky marriages where they got tired of those marriages being rocky, and they both wanted it to work, and they seeked God and they seek counseling, and they have very good successful marriages. But you have to want that.
Mhm.
Once you make up in your mind that it's over with, it's over. But if you both on the same page and come to terms with, what, I don't want this to end,
Mhm.
it can work.
Mhm.
But it's I will tell anybody this. Like, I have a good friend who's married, and this it's not a good marriage.
Mhm.
I have said, dog, that's not healthy for you or the kids, and maybe y'all should go ways. There's times where that's the right thing to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, especially for the minds of them young people. See, this
But
is
but not only the kids, for the person, a lot
yeah.
of people just think about the kids, but it's the person as well.
But
The kids gonna be all right.
look. You know I'm about them children. Them children, we learn, we figure it out.
Yeah,
When it come to kids, they don't have the tools to navigate that unhealthiness that they're seeing.
that's right.
That's why if we talked about this with another guest, where you have two brothers or you can have two females grow up in the same home, The one of them is an alcoholic. One of them turned into an alcoholic because they what?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
We did
saw it.
all that. Yeah.
And
And
guess what? The other person saw it too, but they're not an alcoholic. Is it important that adults get their stuff together? I'm just saying, for the sake of these children. It's important.
absolutely.
So I care enough about my children's mental health to say, you know what? I need to change something that's happening in my life. And sometimes you got to have those tough conversations. Sometimes those two adults need to sit at the table and say, look, this is where we at. We tried it. Maybe I don't want to try it no more. And I think the best thing we can do is part. However, we can still be awesome parents.
That's right. That's right. And
We
I
can still be
listen, and I
awesome
see
parents.
some dynamic co-parenting couples out there who have part ways, but they still handle their business with their kids.
Mhm.
No, that's what it's all about. Even when you split, that don't mean that you just walk away from the kids because you can't stand this person no more. You still got a job to do, a responsibility. So you never stop doing for your kids, no matter how bad it was with you and that other person. You
Mhm.
still gotta take care of kids
Mhm.
because that listen, you could mess those minds up forever.
Yeah, and they grow up doing the same hurt people hurt people. That's why we always church. We'll say generational curses. So it got to end
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, right.
It has to end somewhere. Somebody got to end it. So why not it be us? Like, you know what? It ain't working. It's okay. It is okay. And that's the part people got to understand. A failed marriage don't mean you failed as an individual.
Right. And people do beat themselves up a lot if their marriage didn't work. And that's not cool. Because as you heard me say several times, if you know it's not right, don't feel bad about ending it because it don't make no sense for everybody to be unhappy. That's just not fair,
Okay.
you know.
The
So
whole house is affected. So this is a picture for you. I'm just, let's just keep it 100. Some people house can be out of control. You will never know it. You will never know it. But then you have those they out of control, and guess what? It spills over into their job, into their friendships, into the church,
just
into
create a big tornado. It's just
it is a hot mess.
which you just opened me up to say this. So I'm glad you said that. So I do want to say this. Another thing that I value with my wife is we both know how to keep our business in house.
Mm-hmm.
To is she has a very tight group friends, and so do I. But one thing neither one of us do is neither one of us, if we're having a problem, we're not going to take that problem outside of our marriage and discuss it with a friend or a family member. We discuss that with each other. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another big plus in our marriage. We
Mm-hmm.
keep people out of our business. And that, yeah, I mean, yeah, we work on our problems ourselves
Mm-hmm.
because there is a such thing as if you do want to talk to somebody, you go talk to somebody who's like a counselor like yourself
Mm-hmm.
who's not connected to either party, because when you bring somebody else in that's a friend with somebody, it creates mess and
Mm-hmm.
clutter, and it destroys the relationship even more than what was already damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the biggest tip that I can give to anybody. Like you said earlier, where a couple could be having problems and nobody will know it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my household right there.
Mm-hmm.
Even it is very rare that we have an argument, but if we do have a disagreement, ain't nobody gonna know about that but me and my wife. And
Mm-hmm.
if the kids get a small wind of it, the first thing we tell them, what happens in this house stays in this house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we're raising them to be like that too. So
Mm-hmm.
that is very important to keep your own business in your house
And healthy.
and healthy.
That's a healthy, because we have to be, I just want to say we have to be careful because so many children are being hurt. They're being hurt in their home.
Correct.
You know
Correct.
what I'm saying? So they have been told, what goes on here stays, but not in that case. Y'all don't have that case where
Oh
hurt,
no,
hurt.
no, it's nothing. Listen, oh no, 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 no.
So,
We don't have.
you
I
know,
think
on my,
we don't have
you
nothing
know,
near to that
healthy,
magnitude.
you're
Yeah,
right. Healthy
yeah.
healthy disagreements, because kids are who they are. I remember I walked into a kindergarten class and I was just given a lesson, and one of the kindergartens said, I don't know why my mama don't talk to my granddaddy no more.
Oh wow,
And I was like, oh, I went in there to talk about gun violence, like not taking guns and things to class. And once I got through with that, one of my kindergartens say, I don't know why my mama don't talk to my granddaddy. I don't know what's going on. And I stood there like, hmm,
wow.
okay, honey. I said, you know what? You know, because that was a whole nother lesson I would have had to go through.
Listen, I've been there. I've been there myself. I'm
So
very active
our
with the Cub
children,
Scout, and there was this one incident where one of the little boys said, "Well, we will do like a prayer before we disband all the time." And one of the little boys in his prayer, he said he prayed that his mom and dad would stop arguing every night. And
mhm,
everybody was just like, like solid, but like, okay,
like Lord Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
I would have been there like, stop it, Jesus. Stop it. So that's why
That's
I say when children are involved, a lot of people think, well, what I'm doing, it don't affect you. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Where do that come from? Like, because you doing what you want to do, it don't affect the family. I don't know where this mentality comes from. And I hear this from men. I'm
yes,
doing me. I'm doing whatever I want to do, but you can't do whatever you want to do, married person. I'm just saying. It affects the family. You know what I'm saying? And I like what you said. I have my break. I can go where I want to go. I'm gonna do what I can do what I feel within reason, and it's healthy. It's healthy. I'm not gonna do anything to embarrass the family. You're healthy. Unlike there are some spouses, and it can be male or female, but they're not being considerate. So it's a lot of selfishness going
correct,
on. And I just want to be honest, it is if you're not taking your spouse feelings into consideration, if you're not thinking about your children, you are being selfish right now. I'm just gonna say it. Stop it.
you're
Hello.
right.
Share this video. Stop it. If you
Oh,
don't,
we got some people that's been commenting, and I just looked at the comments. I didn't think to look at it, but
okay.
Jack Davis, Hennessy Noobs, that's right, yo yo,
Okay.
and yeah, a couple people make comments, but this has been a great conversation. I'm just glad that you had me on this broadcast, and what anything else you have for me? You want
Yes,
to ask?
I have this. I have this. Thank you. That's what I have for you tonight.
Uh, you are absolutely welcome. It's my pleasure.
And I told you again, I brought you on so you can hear. I'm just one woman, and I'm glad that you left me room to speak my truth, because that's what it's about. We know that all things are not going to be lovely and flowery like we want
No,
it.
no,
I want them to hear from a male perspective that it can be done, that men do think about their families, that there are some healthy minded men in this world,
absolutely.
and with counseling. If you
And I want to put this out there, like I'm painting a good image of myself as a man, but I do want to let the ladies know that I know a lot of men who think just like I think, single and married, who just want to be with one person in one relationship, and they want to be with one woman. And I will also add this, I hear a lot of comments that um from my single friends that are like husband worthy, that they will say that a lot of women that they run across, they're not ready to make that step to settle down.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to throw that out there, ladies. You meet a lot of great guys. There's a lot of great guys out there. Don't pass them up.
Mhm.
If Don't pass them up. It's a lot of us out there. Lots of us out there.
Now I have your banner. Doo, doo, doo. Faves tips. So before we end, can you elaborate on your tips?
Of course. So my tips was remain faithful, genuine and authentic, and focus on yourself. So when I say remain faithful, my that wasn't, of course I'm going to be faithful in my relationship, but I was really relating to being faithful to God. When you put God as the head of your life, everything just flows. I mean, I'm when listen, I was backsliding, I was clubbing, sleeping around before I got married, and things wasn't just popping off of me the way they are once I started getting myself involved in church,
Mhm.
once I did get married, and once I start doing the right things that I know God wanted me to do. And
Mhm.
once I saw that He was rewarding me for being faithful and a good steward, that's when all of the blessings started flowing. So that's a reminder. Actually, this tattoo that I have on my wrist is called a faith band. And, this was a painful tattoo. It's a tender spot. And
Mhm.
I look at this often to remind myself that everything in life is not gonna be a bed of roses.
Okay.
I will have rough spots in life, but eventually things will be okay. And that's what this is. And that's a reminder that pray and God gonna work it out. So that's my first tip, faithful. And then when I say genuine and authentic, I talked about that earlier. I'm always gonna be me. I'm not going to try to be anybody. I can't be nobody else but Fabian. I'm gonna always say what's on my mind. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that goes a long way in life. I really value integrity and character, and anybody who knows me will always tell you that Fabian is straight up and he's real. So I just find that, be authentic with people. It goes a long way, and it carries over into my relationship. My wife respects me because I'm always open and honest with her, and I'm always being myself. So that creates that window of trust when you can do that. And then focus on myself. What I mean about that, is I don't care about nobody else's business. I don't care what nobody else doing. I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I'm not trying to have what nobody else have. I just want to get what's best for me and all that I can get for myself. And I'm totally focused and zoned in on me and only me, and I ain't worried about nobody else. So I'm not gonna be in your business. I don't want you in my business, and I'm just gonna take care of me and my household. And with that attitude, it keeps me just stay focused on my family and myself.
Amen.
So that's a summary of my tips.
That was powerful. That is powerful. And it's gonna be a blessing to many. Because I'm telling you, it's somebody watching today.
I hope so. I
And
hope
they're
so.
trying to figure it out. Not everybody want to walk away from their family. That's one of the hardest things you
Yeah.
can. And so to hear somebody else's truth, is that what it would take? Then amen. Okay. So I really want to say thank you. And I appreciate you for making time for me. And if you all would like to say hello, ask him about his services, he makes those, show him again, show us the page creation again. He has some awesome creations.
I can
I
do any kind of thing you want. Whatever organization, I can make you
Here's
in any
my
kind of
food.
bracelet you want.
And he's frozen. So he's
But we back.
showing. Yeah, I said, "Oh my God, he's frozen." That's because
Yeah.
you didn't
So
do that
everybody,
photo.
listen, everything is on my website, fabescreations.com, FABES creations with a K, of course, .com. You'll see like my wooden pieces, my pins, my shirts, my face mask, so we can stay healthy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So holla at me. And
Okay.
it's been a pleasure.
So before we go off, I take a picture. Everybody takes a picture. Look at that smile. He stay ready, y'all. He stay ready. Here we go. One, two, three. Wait a minute. It's me, not you. I'm trying to get this. Wait a minute. One more. Mm-mm, mm-mm. This is so different from doing it the other way. But I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're amazing. You're the bomb.
No, thank you.
The wife, the kids. I say hello and
Will
keep
do.
shining bright like a diamond.
You too, oh. I appreciate it. I loved it. Have a great evening.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.